Ciao a tutti and welcome from Italy. Today we want to reveal the last secrets of the Mona Lisa. Leonardo da Vinci's portrait of a woman is the most famous painting in the world and can be admired in the Louvre in Paris.
Leonardo didn't like to paint. He was first and foremost an inventor. Around 14 paintings are clearly attributed to the universal genius from Vinci. With the Mona Lisa, the portrait painting of the Renaissance absolutely reached its climax. For centuries, many historians asked themselves who this woman was, who looked at the viewer ironically and sensually. No one knows who's hiding in this painting. It might be Lisa del Giocondo, a self-portrait of Leonardo, or a representation of the beloved servant Salaj. It might just be a mixture of all the above to complete the perfect painting.
Who was the Mona Lisa and how many Mona Lisa paintings did Leonardo paint?
Only a note by Agostino Vespucci, which the Heidelberg historian Veit Probst found surprisingly in a collection of Cicero letters, clearly identifies this woman as Lisa Gherardini, who then became the third wife of the Florentine silk and cloth merchant Francesco del Giocondo. Leonardo worked on the Mona Lisa in the first half of 1503. Who commissioned him has remained unclear to this day. He probably received the commission from the husband who idolized his beautiful wife, Francesco del Giocondo. Until then, Leonardo had only painted Madonnas and beautiful courtesans.
The painter Raphael was so fascinated by the unfinished painting that he made this drawing in 1503.
This is a famous drawing by Raphael, who was an admirer of Leonardo. The painter, architect and artist biographer Giorgio Vasari, who invented the term Renaissance, was also enthusiastic about the Mona Lisa. He particularly raved about the naturalness and beauty of the charming businesswoman's dark eyebrows and eyelashes. The crux of the matter, in the Mona Lisa, in the Louvre, eyebrows and eyelashes can hardly be seen. It is well known that Vasari had a tendency to embellish reality in an imaginative way. What is certain is that Leonardo did not finish painting the Mona Lisa. As so often with his paintings, he was now distracted from more lucrative tasks. But he kept the unfinished painting with him, which became his constant companion. The French physicist Pascal Cotte discovered different layers with a special device. Initially, an original version that comes very close to Raphael's drawing. The female portrait has a special headdress that was normally reserved for Madonnas only. Leonardo painted over this original shape and turned the head of the woman, which is now much larger and without headdress, another 14 degrees to the left.
But who was this other woman and why Leonardo destroyed the unfinished painting of Lisa del Giocondo?
It's probably Pacifica Brandani. She was a sought-after courtesan from Urbino, with whom Giuliano de' Medici had a brief liaison. The dazzling brother of Pope Leo X, with whom Leonardo was friends, commissioned a portrait from him in April 1515. Leonardo could not hand over the new painting of the Mona Lisa to Giuliano de' Medici because he suddenly died in 1516. This is actually the boy whom Raphael immortalized in this fresco. In fact, Giuliano de' Medici adopted his son Ippolito, who became, so to speak, the mascot of the Medici in Roman society. On this fresco, in the Stanze Vaticane, Raphael painted him as a page who presented the crown at the coronation of Charlemagne.
But how did the Mona Lisa get to France?
Leonardo took the painting to France when King François I called him to his court as court painter and architect. Leonardo then sold him the Mona Lisa and 2 other paintings for 1,250 Italian escudos. In 1518, the money went to his longtime favorite student, Gian Giacomo de Caprotti, to Salaj in Milan, a year before Leonardo's death. Salaj was Leonardo's servant, but also a muse and lover. He knew Leonardo's painting secrets and learned them from him. Salaj is also said to have been a painter of this naked Mona Lisa.
Here is the sensational find that was recently made in the archives.
Salaj was the victim of a mysterious violent crime in 1524. He was shot. In 1525, over a year later, a notary took an inventory of his possessions and included the following paintings in the list: the Leda, San Girolamo, the Sant'Anna painting, San Giovanni Battista, and the Mona Lisa. The question that now arises is Salaj Mona Lisa a copy or the original? And what happened to the paintings?
With this riddle, we say goodbye to you. You can read more about it in my Leonardo biography, which I linked below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to comment our posts. And arrivederci alla prossima!